On August 31st, 1997, the world woke up to heartbreaking news that Princess Diana had died in a tragic car crash in Paris. Millions of people were left in shock, unable to believe that the beloved princess was gone. Crowds gathered outside Buckingham Palace, covering the gates with flowers, letters, and candles. Tears were shed not only across Britain but around the entire world. She was known as the People's Princess because of her kindness, compassion, and warm heart. But Diana's life was far more than a fairy tale. Behind the beautiful smile was a woman who faced loneliness, pressure, and constant public attention. She lived under the eyes of the world's media almost every single day. Yet despite these challenges, she never stopped caring for people in need. She comforted sick children, visited hospitals, and supported charities around the world. Diana changed the image of the British royal family forever. She showed that a princess could be loving, approachable, and deeply connected to ordinary people. Her courage inspired millions across different countries and cultures. Even today, decades after her death, her memory remains alive. Her influence can still be seen in humanitarian work and modern royalty. But who was Diana before she became the Princess of Wales? What kind of childhood shaped the woman the world came to admire? How did an ordinary young woman become one of the most famous people in history? What challenges did she face behind the palace walls? And why does her story continue to touch hearts around the world? In this documentary, we will explore every chapter of Princess Diana's remarkable life, from her childhood to her royal wedding, from moments of happiness to times of heartbreak, and from becoming the people's princess to leaving behind an unforgettable legacy. This is the extraordinary story of Princess Diana. Princess Diana was born on July 1st, 1961, at Park House, a large country home located on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, England. She was named Diana Frances Spencer and was born into the prestigious Spencer family. The Spencer family was one of Britain's oldest and most respected aristocratic families, with a history that stretched back for centuries. Her father was John Spencer, Viscount Althorp, who later became the 8th Earl Spencer. Her mother, Frances Spencer, also came from an aristocratic family with strong social connections. She was known for her beauty and elegance, but her marriage faced many difficulties that would later affect the entire family. Diana grew up with 3 siblings. She had 2 older sisters, Sarah and Jane, and a younger brother, Charles Spencer, who would later become the 9th Earl Spencer after their father's death. Although Diana's family enjoyed wealth, privilege, and close ties to the royal family, material comfort did not guarantee happiness. Behind the grand houses and noble titles, the family struggled with serious personal problems. During Diana's early childhood, the relationship between her parents became increasingly difficult. Their marriage was filled with disagreements and emotional tension, creating an unstable home environment. Diana often witnessed arguments between her parents. These painful experiences made her feel insecure and emotionally vulnerable at a very young age. In 1969, after years of conflict, John and Frances Spencer officially divorced. The legal battle over custody of the children attracted public attention because of the family's high social status. The divorce was one of the most difficult moments of Diana's childhood. She and her siblings suddenly found themselves living in a divided family, something that deeply affected their emotional well-being. Years later, Diana openly spoke about how painful her parents' separation had been. She believed that the experience shaped much of her personality and influenced many of the decisions she made as an adult. Following the divorce, Diana spent most of her childhood living with her father at Althorp House in Northamptonshire. This magnificent estate had been the Spencer family's ancestral home for generations. Althorp House was surrounded by beautiful gardens, peaceful lakes, ancient trees, and historic buildings. The estate became a place where Diana created many of her happiest childhood memories despite the sadness she had experienced. Diana loved exploring the countryside around Althorp. She enjoyed walking through the gardens, spending time in nature, and finding peace in the quiet beauty of the estate. From an early age, Diana showed a remarkable kindness toward both people and animals. She loved caring for pets, helping those around her, and showing compassion to anyone in need. These qualities would later make her one of the most admired and beloved women in the world. In the late 1970s, Diana Spencer's life changed forever when she first met Prince Charles during one of his visits to the Spencer family estate. At that time, Charles was dating Diana's older sister, Lady Sarah Spencer, and young Diana never imagined that she would one day become his wife. A few years later, Charles and Diana met again at a country gathering. Their conversations became warmer and more personal, and Charles was impressed by Diana's kindness, gentle nature, and caring personality. Diana admired Prince Charles and understood the great responsibility that came with being the heir to the British throne. News of their growing friendship quickly spread across Britain. Newspapers and photographers followed them everywhere, turning Diana into one of the country's most talked about young women almost overnight. The sudden media attention completely changed Diana's life. Every outing, every smile, and every photograph appeared on newspaper front pages. Despite becoming famous, Diana remained humble and continued working as a nursery school assistant. She loved spending time with children, and her simple lifestyle made the British public admire her even more. After several months of courtship, Prince Charles realized that Diana possessed the qualities expected of a future princess. He decided to ask her to marry him, a proposal that would make headlines around the world. In February 1981, Diana happily accepted Charles's proposal. The royal engagement was officially announced, and millions of people celebrated the exciting news. During the engagement announcement, Diana wore a blue suit and revealed a beautiful sapphire and diamond engagement ring. The ring became one of the most famous pieces of jewelry in royal history and is still admired today. People across Britain believed they were watching a real-life fairy tale come true. The young, shy kindergarten assistant was about to marry the future king of Britain. However, life inside the royal family was very different from the fairy tale many people imagined. Diana soon discovered that royal life came with strict traditions, constant responsibilities, and enormous public pressure. Every public appearance she made attracted worldwide attention. Her clothes, hairstyles, expressions, and even her personal life became daily headlines in newspapers around the world. Although the pressure continued to increase, Diana remained determined to perform her royal duties with grace, kindness, and dignity. She wanted to earn the love and respect of the British people. As the wedding day approached, excitement spread throughout the country. Millions eagerly waited to witness what was expected to become one of the greatest royal weddings in history. Yet behind the celebrations and public excitement, Diana was unknowingly stepping into a life filled with both unforgettable happiness and heartbreaking challenges that would shape the rest of her remarkable story. After marrying Prince Charles in July 1981, Diana officially became the Princess of Wales. Although millions believed she was living a fairy tale life, she soon discovered that life inside the royal family was far more demanding than she had expected. Diana had to follow strict royal traditions, formal etiquette, and a busy schedule of public engagements. Every public appearance required careful planning, and she was expected to represent the British monarchy with grace and dignity. Everywhere Diana went, photographers and reporters followed her. Every smile, outfit, hairstyle, and personal decision became front-page news, leaving her with very little privacy. In June 1982, Diana gave birth to her first son, Prince William, bringing great joy to the royal family and the British people. 2 years later, in September 1984, she welcomed her second son, Prince Harry, completing her young family. Diana was determined to give her sons a more normal childhood than previous generations of royals. She personally took them to school, enjoyed family outings, and encouraged them to experience life outside the palace. Despite her growing popularity, Diana often felt lonely and overwhelmed by the pressures of royal life. She later spoke openly about the emotional difficulties she experienced while adjusting to life within the monarchy. As the years passed, differences between Diana and Prince Charles became more noticeable. Their relationship grew increasingly strained, and reports of marital problems began appearing in newspapers around the world. Even during difficult times, Diana continued to perform her royal duties with dedication. She visited hospitals, schools, charities, and community events, earning admiration wherever she went. Diana's warmth, compassion, and ability to connect with ordinary people made her one of the most loved members of the royal family. Crowds gathered everywhere she traveled, hoping to meet the young princess. Although life inside the palace brought fame and privilege, it also brought loneliness, pressure, and personal challenges. These experiences would eventually lead Diana toward a new chapter in her life, where she became even more devoted to helping people around the world. As the years passed, the marriage between Prince Charles and Princess Diana became increasingly difficult. Constant media attention, personal differences, and the pressures of royal life created serious problems in their relationship. Reports of unhappiness and growing distance between the couple became common in British newspapers. The public began to realize that the royal marriage was far from the fairy tale they had imagined. In December 1992, British Prime Minister John Major officially announced to Parliament that Prince Charles and Princess Diana had decided to separate. Although they no longer lived together, Diana continued to carry out many of her public and charitable duties. She remained one of the most admired and popular members of the royal family. During this difficult period, Diana focused even more on humanitarian work. Helping people became her greatest source of strength and purpose. In 1995, Diana gave a historic television interview in which she openly spoke about her marriage and the pressures of royal life. The interview attracted worldwide attention and became one of the most talked about television events in history. After months of discussions, Prince Charles and Princess Diana officially divorced on August 28, 1996. Their marriage had lasted 15 years and produced two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Although Diana no longer held the title of Her Royal Highness, she kept the title Princess of Wales and continued to devote herself to charity and humanitarian causes. Following the divorce, Diana hoped to build a new chapter in her life. She focused on raising her sons and expanding her humanitarian work around the world. While her marriage had come to an end, Diana's compassion, courage, and dedication to helping others only grew stronger, earning her even greater respect from people across the globe. Despite facing many personal struggles, Princess Diana devoted herself to helping others. She believed that the true purpose of being a royal was to serve people with kindness, compassion, and understanding. Diana visited hospitals, orphanages, homeless shelters, and care homes across Britain and around the world. She spent time talking to patients and families, making them feel valued and respected. During the 1980s, many people feared HIV/AIDS because little was known about the disease. Diana helped change public opinion by shaking hands with AIDS patients without wearing gloves, proving that simple human contact could not spread the virus. She also became a strong supporter of children suffering from serious illnesses. Diana often hugged sick children, comforted their families, and brought hope to those facing difficult times. Princess Diana worked with more than 100 charities during her lifetime. Her dedication raised millions of pounds for medical research, hospitals, and organizations helping vulnerable people. She also fought to improve the lives of homeless people, people with disabilities, and those struggling with poverty. Diana believed that everyone deserved kindness, dignity, and respect. In her later years, Diana became one of the world's leading voices against anti-personnel landmines. She visited minefields in countries such as Angola, drawing international attention to the dangers faced by innocent civilians. Her humanitarian work inspired governments and international organizations to take stronger action against landmines. Many people believe her campaign helped save countless lives. Unlike many public figures, Diana preferred meeting people face to face. She listened carefully to their stories and often offered comfort with a warm smile or a heartfelt hug. Her kindness and genuine concern made people feel that she truly understood their pain. This deep emotional connection earned her the love of millions across the world. Wherever Diana traveled, huge crowds gathered to welcome her. People admired her not just as a princess, but as a caring human being who treated everyone equally. Because of her compassion and generosity, the media and the public began calling her the People's Princess. The title perfectly reflected the special bond she shared with ordinary people. Diana changed the image of the British royal family by making it more caring, approachable, and connected to society. She showed that kindness could be more powerful than tradition. Even after leaving many official royal duties, Diana continued her humanitarian work with the same passion and determination. Helping others remained the most important mission of her life. Princess Diana's compassion, courage, and selfless service created a legacy that continues to inspire millions of people around the world. Her title as the People's Princess remains one of the greatest honors ever given to a member of the royal family. In the summer of 1997, Princess Diana continued her humanitarian work while also enjoying more freedom after her divorce. She remained one of the most photographed and admired women in the world. On August 30th, 1997, Diana was in Paris with Dodi Fayed. As they left the Ritz Hotel, photographers followed their car through the city streets. Shortly after midnight on August 31st, the car crashed inside the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris. Diana suffered severe injuries and was taken to a nearby hospital. Despite the efforts of doctors, Princess Diana died in the early hours of August 31st, 1997, at the age of just 36. News of her death shocked the entire world. Millions of people gathered outside Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, leaving flowers, candles, letters, and heartfelt messages in her memory. On September 6, 1997, her funeral was watched by an estimated 2.5 billion people around the world. It became one of the largest and most emotional public ceremonies in modern history. During the funeral procession, her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, walked behind their mother's coffin, a moment that deeply moved millions of viewers. Although Princess Diana's life ended far too soon, her humanitarian work and compassion continue to inspire people across the world. Her campaigns for children, AIDS awareness, and landmine victims changed countless lives. Diana is remembered not for her royal title alone, but for her kindness, courage, humility, and genuine love for ordinary people. That is why she became known forever as the People's Princess. More than 2 decades after her passing, Princess Diana's legacy lives on through her sons, charitable organizations, and the millions of people she inspired. Her remarkable story remains one of the most unforgettable in modern history.